Oh gosh, look how beautiful it is today, you guys. Isn't that amazing? But I have even cooler news. Okay. So, the day before yesterday, Serenity got up. Nobody was paying much attention. And she got on one of her brother's old bikes that didn't have training wheels, and she was trying to ride it. And I guess because it was way too small for her, so she wasn't able to get it to go. She told me privately that she got the pedals to turn 4 times in a row before she wobbled to a stop, and she said it just wasn't working. And then the next day, which was yesterday, she was out trying again, and my daughter said to her, well, why don't you try on your bike and we'll just take the training wheels off? And Serenity was like, no, it just takes too long. Because for some reason she thought it was going to take a really long time. And really what she was thinking was, there's the boys, if she took her training wheels off and it didn't work, she didn't want to have to go through waiting for them to be put back on and all this stuff. I don't know. She was taking it too far. But they took her training wheels off anyway. And then they were offering to help her. Her dad was like, well, here, let me help you. And she said no. She didn't want any help. And he's like, well, then how about I just offer you some advice? And so then he gave her a few tips, and then she just did it. She just started riding. And she was so excited. And I came out of my house, and as I was going over to my daughter's house, I saw her ride by. It was like right when she first started. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute, girl. And I went out and I started talking to her like a normal conversation like we usually have. Talking to her about her outfit and da-da-da-da. And so then she just started riding back and forth. And I said, hey, when you're ready, we'll go on a bike ride. And so we went on 3 bike rides yesterday, so I'm super sore. We did take quite a few breaks. Some of the things that she noticed was it was a lot quieter riding her bike. Her bike wasn't so loud because when we'd go on bike rides, her bike was so loud because of the wheels on the road. And then she said she noticed that she doesn't have to pedal as hard. And I taught her how to coast and that kind of stuff, and how to stand up when her bum starts hurting and things like that, just basic stuff. And she's just loving it. She said, I feel so free. It's so cute. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. And on one of our breaks, we decided to start working. We have 4 days of nice days before it's going to snow Saturday. I think today is Monday. And today's supposed to be like in the 60s, like 64. And so I'm going to try to do as much as I can in the next couple days, because it's going to be like 60s and then 50s and then lower 50s and then 40s and then snow. So today is like my nicest day. Tomorrow will be and the next day will be so we'll see. So we took all the bark out of here. We're not seeing any growth yet, but I piled the bark back here in hopes that my dog, that Bruce, will stop chewing on all the bottom branches. And like, it still gives him a spot to lay. I can still mow around it, and maybe like he'll stop damaging this tree. Like, that's the goal. And then we didn't work in this bed, but I do see some life in this bed, so I am going to have to get in there and foof it out. I'm going to leave the bark on the rim and just try to, because these are all tall wildflowers, so they usually sag, and I think that I'm going to prop the bark up more in an organized way. And then that way it kind of gives them something to lean up against. So we haven't done anything in these. I got to pull all the bark out of this, pull all the bark out of that, because I've got some green right there. But we decided Serenity and I were working in this bed where we pulled out all the dead. And you can see there's some tulips popping up here and there. So we were working on this, and we're going to continue to work on this one today because we want it to look like this, where we took a bunch of the bark and we're making an edge and weeding and pulling out, just like letting the green come out. So, and then we only made it to right here. So we haven't made it to this plum tree yet. I'm seeing like a little tiny bit of life. This is the yellow plum tree, and now that it's made it, I'm not stressed anymore. I just needed to get through one winter. And then this is the apple tree, and it looks so good. And hopefully, I want to take the cage off of it, but I don't want the deer to annihilate it. So we'll see what happens. So that's how far we got. So we're going to do the rest of this today. We did not work in this bed, but we did pull all the bark out of this bed because look at all of the tulips that are popping up. So I was going to try to line it, but the tulips are kind of really close to the edge, so I'm not going to mess with this bed too much. Just leave it alone. And then I don't have to do anything in this bed, but look. Look at those beautiful yellow flowers. And the strawberries did really well. So, I'm going to buy more strawberries, and because I really want this to be like a massive strawberry, a strawberry wagon. And then this is my extra bark to build sidewalls that I left. And this is where I plant pumpkins anyway. But I'm going to do, I don't know, I was thinking like green beans or something. I don't know. And then I didn't do nothing. This is what that looked like. So I have to get in here, clean all this out, and clean all that one out. So my plan is to use the bark from this bed to line that bed back there, and bark from this bed. Then I'm also going to take and use some of this bark too, the bigger pieces, to stand up and line that bed. And then I might take the bark that I piled in the back and make a wall going around that bed, maybe. I don't know. Serenity did say that she can't wait till we can golf again. But look how soft the dirt is right now. I have to wait till it gets all compacted before I can start doing the sweeping again, where I run the broom. So there's that. And then there's not like much life anywhere. This one, the green onions are starting to floof up. I have to get in there and pull out some of the old stuff. This bed looks terrible, but there is some greenery in it. So I'm going to have to pull out as much of this stuff as I can. And then that's lavender. I'm hoping my lavender does. I'm going to transplant my lavender to this bed. And then I have some stuff that I've started in the house. And I was we were riding our bikes past that nectarine tree last year that I was picking. I think they cut it down. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 75% sure that they cut that tree down. So it was a really big blessing that I ate those 32 nectarines last year and kept all those seeds. So I'm gonna start. I got some dirt and some containers, and I'm gonna start planting that and try to get that nectarine tree going. I'm gonna do at least 5, or maybe I should just do them all 32, and just hope for the best. I don't know, but anyway, so I'm probably gonna go on a bike ride today with Serenity because she's super. Oh wait, today's Monday. She's at school, but it'll probably be after she gets off school because it's so nice. She's gonna want to go on another bike ride. So that's so cool that she learned to ride her bike all by herself, and we talked about it a lot. I took a couple of videos. It's kind of hard to ride a bike and hold your camera up, and because our roads have all the bumps in it, so it's, I did the best that I could. So I thought I did a couple shorts of her riding, and I'll put music to it, and she was so excited about it. So we didn't pick up any garbage yesterday, but our street, well, the back street is all cleaned. We're going to do this street next. And we did scope out this back street down here, and we only saw like a little bit of garbage. And so our plan for the long street is we're just not gonna walk it. We'll just ride our bikes because it's not even enough. It's very small amounts of stuff. So there was nothing big, nothing heavy. There's just a few things. So I told her when she gets a little bit more stable on her bike, because she did wreck 3 times, but luckily I explained to her immediately why she wrecked, because the first time I didn't really see it. The second time I only partly saw it. And then the third time it was like right in front of me, and I understood what was happening. So she knows now not to turn her wheels so sharply and hard, that it's like got to be kind of like a gradual turn. She did excellent after that, and none of the wrecks did she get hurt. So luckily no scrapes, no nothing. And they were all like, mostly she caught herself. The bike fell over, but she was able to catch herself. So we have that. And I don't think she's going to. Oh, and one of the times she wrecked into her mom's car. And that was just because she felt like it was a tight space. And she got wobbly, and as the space kind of got a little tighter, she got scared and just leaned into her mom's car. So there was that, but we worked on it, and talked about the tight space, and slow down maybe. Or I also taught her how to sit on her bike and walk with her feet. I'm like, that's an option too, that she didn't realize that she could do that. She thought that if she always had to have her feet on the pedals. So anyway, it's so exciting. Like, it's so cute. I'm so happy for her, and she's so happy and proud of herself. She rode down to her uncle's work just to show him that she could ride her bike, and then he bought her ice cream. It was so cute. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.